All right. Welcome to Take Command Daily. Let us develop a dangerous unselfishness. You know, that quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was so influential. The first time I read it, the first time he said it, and it absolutely has a place today as we move away from a place of selfishness, a place of comfort-based decision making, so we can create more confidence in decisions. Thank you so much for joining me. Today on Take Command Daily, you're going to know exactly how to create even more confidence for your decisions. You're also going to have that opportunity to post any questions or share any ideas that work well for you. This is part of a community. So when we share these ideas and we can learn from one another, it's not going to be so lonely. Especially if you are that sole decision maker, if you're that CEO, if you're that business leader, if you're the boss. You may not have people that you can go talk to. You may not have people that you can go let them know that you're not sure what to do next, and you're tempted to do one thing because maybe it feels comfortable. Maybe it will lead to a better quality of life for you, but you know that inside, like deep down inside, you know that it might not be serving your team or your business or your customers, your clients, your shareholders the most. So you can build that confidence by sharing ideas and asking questions among our community. You're also going to be able to implement 3 leadership tips so you can feel more confident in making those difficult decisions, especially the ones that you once thought were hard. We're going to talk a little bit about that. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining. Put a comment down below. I'm so excited that you're here. Don't forget to go over to the Take Command crew on Facebook if you haven't yet joined that. Additional opportunities for question and answers, a little bit more interaction from me in that group. Also, if you have not yet listened to the latest Take Command conversation, this week it's featuring Green Beret veteran and a fellow veteran for me, Hugh Thompson. And Hugh is talking about how to own your journey. So definitely check out that wherever you listen to your podcast, the Take Command Conversations, or you can head over to YouTube, type in Take Command Project, because that's where I hang out over there. And you can find the playlist of all of those conversations. Same thing, if you are new to this broadcast, then head over on Facebook, Take Command Project, like it, make sure you put that in your settings so that way you can see when we go live weekdays, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. And special opportunity here, request a connection call with me. Head over to paulgowan.com and you can request a connection call at the bottom of the page. 20 minutes, me and you, no obligation, finding out ways that you can get some clarity. You can create some more confidence in those decisions. If that's a way that I can help support you, then let me know. Today, you're going to learn exactly how to create even more confidence for your decisions. So let's go ahead and get started.
Welcome to Take Command with Paul Gowan. I am a Mustang Marine turned international leadership consultant. Each time we come together, I bring you inspiring people and messages to help you take command of your relationships, your time, and your finances so that you are free to lead the life you want. More than taking action, greater than empowerment. Take command of your life. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let us develop a dangerous unselfishness. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that. And you know what? When we can come together, we can build up each other. We can hold each other more accountable. So if you're new here, go ahead and drop a comment down below. So excited that you're here. Even if you're watching this on the replay, let me know that you tuned in, that you saw this video. I love looking through your comments, especially for what you enjoyed the most, what you were able to learn, and give me some feedback. What's one thing that I can do to create even higher quality content to be able to speak to you, my friend? So, I am Paul Gowan. I am the founder of the Take Command Project, a Mustang Marine veteran. I served the United States Marine Corps for 15 years, and I'm taking those leadership lessons and sharing them with you, my friend. So excited to be here on today's Take Command Daily. You're going to learn exactly how to create even more confidence in your decisions. You'll also have that opportunity to post any questions, share any ideas that work the best for you. And when you're going to learn these 3 leader tips so that you can feel even more confident in your decisions, especially those ones that you previously thought were hard. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Let's go ahead and jump into the training. The definition of unselfishness. So this is part of the leadership trait series of the leadership traits that the Marine Corps inculcates and teaches within their Marines. So their definition is the avoidance of providing for one's own comfort and personal advancement at the expense of others. And I'm going to let you know, I struggled with this. I took this to an unhealthy level at times in wanting to ensure that the job got done and my Marines were taken care of. I didn't take care of myself. So I want you to know that there's a difference between being selfish and taking time for yourself. One of the great metaphors I like to think about is you can't pour from an empty cup. So that energy, that emotion, that leadership, that vision that you have in your business, in your relationships, for your own goals. If you are not taking care of yourself, you are not going to be able to lead that team to accomplish those business goals. So keep that into a balance. And today we're going to talk about a little bit how to create that balance, how to create that confidence. So the first leader's tip is to take command of your perspective. And you can do this by asking more questions. Taking a look at, can I change my perspective and see this from a different lens? And some of those ways you can develop that ability is to study history, to study other cultures, study other belief systems, study other religions, study other languages, dance, food, music. All of those pieces can enrich your perspective by providing different lenses to look at this beautiful world that we live in. And it comes down, you can ask yourself this question: what's another way I can look at this? Or what's another way I can view this challenge? Whatever it is that's going on in your life, if you're tempted to make that comfort-based decision that will solely serve you, you are treading on that line of selfishness. Now, if you're making that decision to take care of you so that way you can take care of that team, different situation. One of my coaches, Charlie Caldwell, talks about the difference between manipulation and persuasion. And manipulation is contributing with others to your soul gain. And persuasion is when you work with others for a mutually beneficial gain, usually to help advance that neither one of you would be able to do independently. And when you come together because of that persuasion that you are demonstrating as a leader, then everyone wins. It's that triple win: the win for the other person, the win for you, and the win for that shared objective. So when you take a look at what's another way I can view this, it triggers that response in your brain to really take a look at what's a different perspective, informed because you're a student of history, language, culture, religion, belief systems, all of those different things. Take a look at those, taking command of your perspective. I know it's going to serve you well. Another place that you can take command of is in creating options. Have you ever heard or have you ever said, you don't understand, I only had one option? Wait, what? You don't understand, I only had one choice. Paul, I was backed into a corner and I didn't have any other choice. You know what? That may have been true in some extreme, minority, specific situations. However, you as a leader can take command of creating options. So informed by this perspective, you can create 3 to 5 options based on what you've learned in your experience from your past. Why 3 to 5 options? I call it the M&M rule. You know, M&Ms, they melt in your mouth and not in your hand because of that hard candy shell. Well, the 3 options that you would start with are the intellectual ones. It's the surface level truth. When you push into like 4 and 5, you're piercing through that hard candy shell, that intellect, and really taking a look at the emotional truth, really pushing yourself to dig down and create some other options that demand a different perspective. When you get those 3 to 5 options out on the table, then anticipate what would the second and third order effects be with each one of those options. And second and third order effects are, if I take this option, what might happen next? What might happen after that? And that's going to require some time. And like anything else, as you do this, you are going to increase your proficiency in how much time this takes. When you have that planning, those 3 to 5 options, and you've anticipated those second and third order effects, then you're going to choose the option that is most aligned with your overall goal. You're not going to know if it's the right thing. How many times have you made a plan or you made a decision and it worked out completely perfectly? You anticipated every outcome, every possibility, every nuance of change, every variable. Yeah, it's not going to happen because we're dynamic. Humans are unpredictable. Humans are irrational. So we do our best, and then in the process, we create more options based on what we've learned. We anticipate second and third order effects. We choose one, and then we implement it. That is being that leader. All right. So what's one other way that you can create even more confidence in your decisions, to move away from comfort-based decisions, that selfishness that might derail your team, sabotage your company, compromise your clients and your customers? Well, you can take command of your language. So you remember when I was talking about making those decisions, even the ones that you thought were hard? When you say that something's hard, please be honest with yourself. Until it is complete, you don't really have a basis of comparison. You can look to your past about these things that you've also gone through and then compare it once it's done. In the meantime, don't use the word hard, difficult, or any of those other comfort-based language. When we talk about getting out of the comfort zone, we use language that keeps us in the comfort zone. Oh, this is hard. Oh, this is so easy. This is a slam dunk. You know those easy things, those slam dunk things? How many times has something fallen apart because somebody overlooked that easy thing or that detail? When we pay attention to our language, we are not using words like hard or easy, difficult, slam dunk, piece of cake, cakewalk. There's so many really fun expressions that we have for that. When we use our language outside of the comfort zone, it's those words that are confident. I am confident in this choice because I went through the process. I went through the planning process. I looked at the 3 to 5 options. I anticipated the second and third order effects. And it might not be comfortable. It might not be easy. But really accurately, what we're saying is I don't yet have proficiency in this. If I say that something's hard, the accurate way that we can take some action to remedy it is to say, I'm not proficient in this skill, in this choice, in this project, in this decision. When we say I'm not proficient, then we can focus on putting in the reps, putting in the practice, so we can increase our proficiency. When we say that something is easy, it is that we have proficiency, we have experience, we have a familiarity with whatever that thing is, whatever that action is. So to keep things fresh, to keep things from being a comfort-based decisions, to keep things from being selfish, have that perspective of what new can I learn? What extra piece of excellence can I have in this thing that is familiar, that I have a high degree of proficiency in? When we do this, we can really elevate our decision making away from any concept of a comfort zone, away from the temptations of selfish decisions, while still creating a place to ensure that our personal foundation is taken care of, that we are getting enough sleep, water, rest, nutrition, social interaction. We are taking care of that personal foundation, and that, my friend, is not selfish. When we focus on these different pieces, we take command in our lives, in our relationships, and in our business. And like we opened up with, let's use these things that we take command of. Let us develop a dangerous unselfishness, being in that spirit of service to other people, being in that spirit of service to our customers and our clients, being in that spirit of service in our businesses, in our life's mission. Let's focus there, especially with what's going on in the world today. That wraps up Take Command Daily for today. So you know what time it is. It's time to take command. Get back out there and lead the life of your dreams. See you later.